And clap to the master, guys. We are finally back again for another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family out there, all over the place right there, guys. And of course, the newcomers, they big up yourself as well. The newcomers out there, big up yourself. One time, brothers and sisters, don't forget to definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications. Turn on that post notification, guys, so you can definitely get the vibrations, the notifications when I drop my videos right there. And then click the subscribe button, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And then don't forget to download the Mystelics YouTube app in the first comment in the comment box below as well, guys. By the way, I was supposed to do a different reaction today, like I promised yesterday, but of course a number of persons were sending this for me. What is going on, brothers and sisters? Of course, I know on Wednesday they tend to do a number of walks. Of course, after a number of individuals, they come together to walk for peace, justice, and prosperity, brothers and sisters, for the niche island of the Caribbean. I think that would be a pretty nice thing to work for. Peace? Yes. Why would we want no peace? That don't make no sense. Justice, obviously, especially in the niche island of the Caribbean, a lot of people need justice, brothers and sisters. We need justice in the place. Oh, mighty Father, help us. And of course, prosperity. What is wrong with wanting prosperity? Well, they keep working for these things, and of course, you know, a number of persons were sending this to me. Hey, what my thoughts, whatever, and so forth and so forth. So we're gonna react to this right there. This is actually on Loftus Dura thing. Of course, I'll post a link in the first comment in the comment box below. Some of you guys don't like to, well, all of you like to hear me talk, or you just don't want to hear me talk too much. When we talking, man, we black. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Anyways, guys, let's take a listen to what is going on right there.
Apparently, the memo did not go out soon enough to the other media houses, so we'll be reconvening next week for another conference. Thank you for joining us this morning. Why we call this conference today is because we are fed up and tired of what's going on in this country. Plain and simple. Every week we've been walking. This is our 23rd walk, and every week the police are blocking us and harassing us.
And one of the police think is for some people and not everybody. Peace, justice, and prosperity is for. It's only when it hits the door, when it hits the fan, when when the shit hit the fan, that is when people want to go. Help me, please, somebody, come on, help me.
This has got to stop. We are fed up of how they're handling this situation.
Look at Afi boy, Afi boy, Afi Ella. Yes, Father.
Peacefully walking through Roseau, bringing up all the issues that are affecting this country, and instead of helping us to resolve these issues, they're harassing us.
I always remember slavery, guys. I always remember slavery. Because they're not the ones walking and they're watching people walking looking like they are the ones who are the Zelle in society, trying to get their own freedom, not just for themselves but for everybody, including the officers. But no, they want to oppress or hinder the people right there. They are part of the problem. The officers are part of the problem who are allowing these things to happen to the people. That can also may not affect them. Well, it indirectly will affect them, or it might directly affect them if it reaches home. Something has to happen. If it goes to their family members or something, you
putting barricades, blocking us, allowing their little agents to come and antagonize us. But we will continue walking every week, and we ask that you wake up, stand up, come and join us.
Shake up.
And this is why we're here today, to talk about how we move forward with this initiative. Thank you. Mr. Afimate?
Good morning to all of you. And as we do when we walk, let us start this press conference with a bit of a prayer, because we are not alone. We draw our strength from the Lord. For those of you who are uncomfortable with that thought, try to get comfortable with it.
Amen, brother.
But all power resides in the Lord and comes from the Lord.
True.
And I'm going to ask.
Well, I agree with him, guys. I agree with him, but we're going to skip that part.
That's a powerful prayer. It has always been a favorite of mine and many other people because we walk for Dominica. And by extension, we walk for Mother Earth. Without Dominica, we would not be. And Dominica, as captured in that prayer, and also as captured in our national anthem, is a gift from the Creator. We did not
the phone call of tea.
Dominica. We find ourselves here. We should have asked ourselves why here. What is Genesis to tend the garden, to take care of what was gifted.
They mess up your audio.
We all were children at one point in our lives, and remember receiving gifts from
Well, they mess up your audio, lofty.
family members, parents, uncles, aunts, etc. And it was always with the admonition, take care of it. I got this for you because I care for you. I love you and I want to give this to you as a token.
I'll try to edit it, make it sing properly because, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Of my caring. Similarly. And I guess what bothers us, and I believe bothers a lot of Dominicans, although they remain silent about it, is that we're sitting here in the year 2022 after having become an independent nation in 1978, and we're watching this gift, Dominica, being destroyed, physically destroyed. We're watching people who used to be probably the most loving and caring and neighborly and community-minded people
You get
throughout
greedy.
our region become selfish, greedy, uncaring, vicious.
You're checking that way, people, is what I can get for myself. And if my family happen to get great for them, but it's what I can get for myself. A number of persons, if they don't think properly, guys, if they were thinking properly, I meant to say, if they were thinking properly, they realize, but wait a while now, but nothing not elevating the economy for me to help, for my children to help themselves. They have to constantly probably do the same thing I'm doing. Because it's the economy that they're going to go out to, the real world out there that they're going to go out to try to make a survival for themselves. Or would they be begging like their mother and father was doing? You will swear, who is who father now? Who is who father? When man of their family have to be going to beg the prime minister for money because the prime minister them quaver the economy.
And we are watching this happen in full view of ourselves and of the world.
I'd come back.
And we asked ourselves, all of us did, what can we do about this? This is clearly not a good situation. So we talked about it, which is always a good place to start. We talked among friends, among colleagues, we talked publicly, and we attempted to talk to those who we gifted with the privilege of guiding us via government. And the talk led to more talk, led to more talk,
No action.
led to more talk. And people got fed up of talking. So the thought came to mind, we should do something more than talk. We should show that we believe in why and what we're talking about. So we walk. One step up from talk is walk. It's like you say you care about auntie so-and-so, but you never go to see that auntie.
Yep.
So you offer no proof of your
That you
caring
care,
and your love for that auntie. So
Talk
we
to
decided to show that we love Dominica, that we care about what happens to her. So we walk. And so 23 weeks ago, we started walking. In Dominica, we have a history of starting something and then all of a sudden stopping.
Yep, I thought he was gonna stop too.
Too show,
Too flam.
too flam.
I thought he was gonna stop too, yeah.
We don't sustain. We admire people who sustain.
Yep.
We admire Nelson Mandela,
Consistency.
Martin Luther King, Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
That's what I'll go to the end with, Papa. Yes, sir.
And that massive hero from Jamaica who tried to help us understand our connections with the roots, Marcus Garvey. So if we did a brief examination of what really makes us admire people throughout the world, it is people who sustain their effort.
Yep.
No matter what. No matter what was thrown at them, no matter what was done to them or done to the people around them, they sustained.
Yep. Nelson Mandela.
That is why we sustain. That is why we walk.
Rosie Douglas.
Because we believe
Yeah.
we must create our own narrative right here in Dominica. So that when we make that list of people who we admire and movements we admire, it's not just the movements from other parts. It's movements from within Dominica.
There's something I must point out as well. Because I always notice there's a particular African group that I'm a part of. And they always talking about reggae and they always talking about different things and Caribbean connections with African connections and the happy and music and events and all kind of things. I'm one of the individuals that tend to post things to them about certain things that tend to be happening. Because one of the things about reggae music is one of the things that will let people think, a conscious levity vibe that says, hey, something is wrong and something needs to be done. They just like the music. They like the events that they get to go to. But when it comes to the action part of what they like to hear, they don't do it. So when things are happening in Africa and you're pointing it out to them, sometimes some of them getting vexed with you. And things that will deal with their people. It's the same thing that is happening if the people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and these people were to walk today with what they believe, the firm foundation in elevating human consciousness and levity in itself. If they were to walk today with the same thing, they too will be hated today. Boy, I tell you what, they would be hated today for the very thing that liberated these people of today. They would be hated because you have people doing the same thing now. The very same thing now, standing up for peace, justice, and prosperity. What is so difficult about these subject matters? To stand for these things and believe that it is a right by right for every citizen to have these things: peace, justice, and prosperity. When it's not happening in the child of the Caribbean, and man fighting against that very thing, that would most likely help not just them but their children's future. Man rather stay begging. Or you rather stay begging. But the heroes that he just talked about there for sure would be hated today. The very heroes that fought for our freedom today would be hated today because of what they stood for. That allowed us our own freedom. But they didn't give up against vast adversaries. Massive, but I tell you, boy. But the different thing is they had people with them. But in this day and age, I don't know what happened to human beings. They just giving up and say, hey, I don't worry about people, is my thing, and so forth and so forth. One day we must wake up here. And I fear that it'll be too late. Look now, people trying to go to agriculture. After the Prime Minister himself, the Prime Minister of Dominica stated, if not CBI, what else? As if CBI was always the one in front when we had agriculture, when we had tourism going on. We can do a number of things that can actually elevate the people, but no, that can bring peace, a peace of mind for your family and friends, being able to take care of your family and friends, because there are things that can actually happen. Look at some kids. They're elevating, people are going there to find jobs and elevating and finding themselves secure. Going all across the Caribbean, St. Lucia, Grenada, all kind of places. Trinidad, all kind of places. Guyana, all Panama, all kind of places. Caribbean people from Dominica are going and elevating themselves. But we in Dominica wondering what's going on, because we're getting handouts. The man giving us handouts for our loyalty to keep him as the oppressor, oppressing us. But because we selfishly getting little favors here and there, breadcrumbs, we refuse to do anything about it. We stay quiet. This is why I tell you, in this day and age, the people who help free us today would be hated, stoned, hated, disliked, all kind of, just name it. Human consciousness has dwindled vastly.
So that our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren and beyond would be able to say, that was my nene, that was my brother, my uncle, my grandpa.
He stood to fight for us.
And so something alights in the soul when you can closely identify with those whom you admire. We call ourselves Christian, but we do not behave like Christ.
Well, let me tell you something. I think people like to confuse Catholicism with Christianity. Back in the day, Catholicism used to fight against Christianity. They used to fight. They used to literally kill people for reading the Bible. I don't understand this kind of things there. And man started wisening up until they started calling themselves Catholic Christians. You guys can read the history for yourself. But anyways, going back to the whole thing, understanding where you come from will help you, instead of repeating history again.
Because we don't admire Christ really. We seek him out when we have a problem, but on a day-to-day basis, if the pressure gets too tough, we seek out a man figure to find the solution to our problems.
Even them feminists, they are problem. They're looking for a man to come and they're calling woman. It's somebody come in their house to take another woman. They call. But anyways, let's continue.
We go up the steps to his office. We go quietly to his home, and we beg. And we do that in defiance of our declaration that we are Christian.
You keep saying that, man. People always talk about Christian nation. Dominica is not a Christian nation. If anything, Dominica is a Catholic nation. Not only understanding of Catholicism is religiosity. Man doing rituals and think, hey, I have a relationship. Ritualism, we go to church every Sunday or Saturday or Friday, whenever you go to church. Ritualistic stuff doesn't mean it's a Christian nation. Christians have a relationship with the Most High. That is what the whole point is. So if you go in church just to go to church, take your mother boss your skin, or you feel like, oh, let me appease my mother, oh hey, every new year let me come church, man. At least I have my obligation. I come church once, I go church once a year, twice a year, Easter and Christmas. You say, let me go for Jesus' birthday, but you come for food. You come for food, or when there's Father's Day or Mother's Day, you come church, man, for you to see if you can get a little gift or something, a little something to sweeten your selfishness that is taking place right there. Dominica isn't a Christian nation, man. Dominica is a religious nation. And of course, religiosity doesn't mean relationship with the one that is saying, hey guys, humbilize yourself now, people. Listen to what I have to say. But you feel like, hey, I have certain criteria to meet for the year and I need to do this. Religiosity not there. Anyways, let me continue.
But we follow Christ. But we are not Christ-like.
I don't think they fall in Christ neither. they go to church because they have an obligation to say they go in church, or they're trying to find a girl in church or something. Something self. What for me? Let me go church for me. In terms of me meeting some sort of criteria, I can get something, I can get food, maybe I can get a little help for my children or something like that. Let me go church. Tell me a lie. Tell me a lie.
We have moved in the exact opposite direction. So we walk to cause ourselves as a people to confront
Our demons.
our honesty, our hypocrisy, our truth, and our lies. God, no nation, no society anywhere in history has made its mark or has even survived without confronting its
Demons.
reality.
Yep.
That's why we walk. Because we know if we do not, we will just like smoke
Vanish away.
dissipate until there's nothing.
And the system continues to just keep oppressing the people. And they say, but yeah. As I say that day, guys, just my mind just go on the gas prices, man. Gas prices. That's one of the things I'm supposed to do today. Dominica skyrocketing gas prices, we. And man send kids take out all the charge. Aye. Boy.
Nothing except those whom we chose to give Dominica to.
Not we that choose that now. They bamboozle the people. They bribe the people, trick the people. Hey, let's have fun. And I myself going and have fun too. You know it happening. I go and have fun too. But they're not foolish enough to let a man trick me in this regard. Although sometimes you say, boy, what if, boy? You're checking, boy. Look at these people, boy. Maybe, just maybe. Just maybe. But you checking, no, boy. When you look at reality, you checking, boy. Awa.
An act for which we have no authority. None of us have the authority to give Dominica away.
Nope.
It doesn't belong to us. We are here to care for it, to steward it.
To elevate.
We don't own it.
Well, I think I brought up, when in opening I brought up the fact that the police insist on barricading us every week. They're blocking roads, they're stopping traffic because we're walking. I mean, why do you think that is happening?
Well, they're doing that, and this is the explanation and this is the excuse we make for them. We make the excuse that, oh, it's their job.
Yeah.
And if they don't do their job, they get fired.
Yep.
They get no money, and they won't be able to support their family. Oh, we are.
It's a selfish thing. And it makes sense. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense. You feeling the level of oppression all over. Might as well focus on me, Gassa. Might as well focus on me, because if I do that, all you want to say thing, me alone that do it, me alone get fired, the rest of them gone their work. I can't find no work. Might as well stay quiet and do my job in peace. This is why unity is important, man.
Wonderful at coming up with rationales for why. Yeah. But we forget the most important reason why a human person, a human being should do something, which is that deep inside we have a conscience, we have a soul, we have a heart, and we know what's right.
Some people don't listen to that now. What? Oh, you mad? In this day and age? Oh, who are conscience, the boy?
and we know what's wrong. So they are doing it for one of two reasons. One, they believe that that is the right thing to do, to stop those people. Or they are so afraid and frightened that what they're doing is wrong, that they retreat. And they give up.
They're doing for themselves. I getting my money in here.
We are saying to you that we don't give up. And so, from today on, this is September month that we're going into. September, October, November. November 3rd is Independence Day.
Tell you, boy. But we don't have independence mean, man. When man have to be going and begging the government for things, or begging the ministers for things that they know they cannot afford in the economy because the government them has killed the economy. What is independence, brothers and sisters? What is it? But we celebrating. Celebrate. Man, we like party. Grand party is celebrating your own enslavement.
To say to us, as Dominicans here and wherever you are.
Something happened to the audio again.
This is our, I wouldn't say it's our last chance, because who am I to say it's the last chance?
The last chance passed already, we. The last chance for recovery of Dominica within probably, let's say, 10 years. That has gone, 2019. That has gone. This is why people leave him. People leave him, and I've seen people leave Dominica, struggling Dominica, elevating themselves in the Caribbean islands.
Is our chance to save Dominica.
Yeah.
So that when you get to November 3rd, 2022, you can look at Dominica and say, yeah, we have done our duty. And the way to save Dominica is to rise up.
No for Norway.
To stand up.
And say enough is enough.
And to be unafraid in the face of people dressed in military costumes, which are more befitting of Carnival.
Yeah, it have to be.
Security. And to recognize that no matter what they wear, no matter how they come at us, no matter what weapons they carry, we invoke a power that is much greater than them all. And we believe that. This ain't no joke. We're not those Christians that go to church on Saturday or Sunday, and for the rest of the week, we are very unchristian. No. We're not that group. We try to live a life that is fair and just, that is captured in that Lord's Prayer. We try to follow those commandments that many of them claim to follow. And we try to do it every day. Because we understand that minimally that is what Dominica requires. And so we're here to launch the cry, the call, that from now on into October, the beginning of November, we walk to rise up. We walk to agitate. We walk to instigate in Dominica and Dominicans a fearlessness that allows people to not only talk, to not even only to walk, but to take back Dominica. Because Dominica is being given out, given away to people.
They're not even Dominicans. I tell you, boy. Guys, let me know your thoughts in this regard, man. Let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification. That link will be in the first comment. That link will be in the description below, guys. So you guys can definitely check it out. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.